Hi friends, this is Madhu and I've been working as a Java developer come trainer from almost 12 years. Now I'm working as a tester and I've been included in the testing automation team also. I have already uploaded one video which belongs to what is Selenium and what is the use of Selenium, what are the advantages by using Selenium over QTP. Like that we have discussed about the introduction of Selenium. Today, I'm going to give you a brief introduction about the history of Selenium. Selenium was originally developed by Jason Huggins in 2004 in a company called ThoughtWorks. And in ThoughtWorks, it is used as internal tool, that's it. It's not released into the market. Later, with the support of the programmers or employees of ThoughtWorks, they have extended the Selenium and then later it becomes Selenium Rc. Rc means here remote controller. And another important thing is it is open source. Selenium Rc is open source, which means we can use it at free of cost in any applications. If you want to automate the any websites or web pages, or if you want to automate the test cases which are used to test the web pages and web applications, we can freely download it and we can use it in our applications. That's why it is called as open source. Comes to next point. In 2007, Huggins joined in Google company and he continued the development of Selenium Rc. At the same time, Simon Stewart, he is the employee of ThoughtWorks, developed a browser automation tool which is called as WebDriver. Then in 2009, after a meeting held between Google employees and ThoughtWorks employees, or simply Google and ThoughtWorks, these two projects are merged and become Selenium WebDriver. So this is the history of Selenium. So now we are going to discuss about Selenium components. So 1 minute. Let me put the heading. Selenium components. Okay. Yeah, don't make it late. Do you know what are the components we have in Selenium? First one is Selenium Ide and second one is Selenium Rc. Rc means here remote controller. Third one is Selenium WebDriver and Selenium Grid, and fifth one is Selendroid and appium. Appium means appium. Okay. Here ID means integrated development environment. And RC means remote control. Now we're going to discuss about what is Selenium Ide. So Selenium Ide. So it is one of the important component in Selenium suite. It is its main purpose is to record and run the scripts. So let me add the point here. Its main purpose is to record and run the scripts. We have already discussed about these scripts. In the automation, if you want to automate the test cases, what we have to do is we need to convert the test cases into test scripts by using any one automation tool. Okay, so simply test scripts means code that actually automate a test case. So how we can run this code, how we can run the test scripts? By using any automation tool. So by using, okay, let us take a small example. So what is the main use of Selenium Ide? Simple. We can record the test scripts and execute them. You know what you can record here? Simple. I want to clearly tell you what you can record here. We know that test scripts, okay, or we can say test cases. We can record and play, means run test cases, simply test scripts. Example, login, logout, and password checking, password range checking, maximum authentication tries checking, like cancel, submit, many things, etc. Cancel, submit, etc. These are the test cases. We can record these test cases, or we can say test scripts, by using Selenium Ide, and we can play it, we can run it. You can run them if you want. Next. Okay, now my doubt is how to install IDE. Where we install IDE, Selenium IDE. Where we have to install Selenium IDE. We need to install Selenium IDE in a browser. Especially Selenium IDE is only installed, we can install in Firefox, that's it. We can't install in other browsers. It is not released for other browsers. It runs only in Firefox. So let me add the point here. We can download and install Selenium IDE in a Firefox browser. Okay. So where we can record these scripts, which means in Firefox. We can record the test scripts with the support of Firefox browser. In which language the script will be recorded? You know that? By default, HTML language. The test scripts will be recorded in HTML format. But if required, or if you want, if we require, sorry, we can convert into all other Selenium supported languages. Okay. Next important point is by using Selenium Ide, we are able to record the test scripts only in Firefox. So I can execute those scripts in a Firefox. That's okay. But my doubt is the scripts which are recorded in Firefox, are those scripts are going to run in other browsers? Is it possible? So question is, can we run these scripts in other browsers? If it is possible, how we can run them? Yes, actually answer is we can execute the scripts which are written in or which are created at Firefox browser in other browsers also. We can execute them in other browsers also, but we have to take the support of Selenium Rc or Selenium WebDriver. That's the main thing you need to remember. Yeah, not only. I think you may understand clearly about what is Selenium Ide is. Simple. Selenium Ide is one of the important component of Selenium suite. By using it, I can record the scripts and we can play any number of times. Here, test script means simply test cases which are automated. And next question is how the test script will be stored, in which language that will be converted, means created, that test script is created in HTML. If you want, you can convert them into other languages also. That's also possible. Okay. And where you can install this IDE, Selenium Ide? Simple. We can install only in Firefox browsers. We cannot install in other browsers. There is no Selenium Ide which is introduced that can install in other browsers. So if we generate any test scripts by using Selenium Ide in a Firefox, can we run in other browsers? Yes, it is possible, but we need to take the support of Selenium Rc and Selenium WebDriver. This is the first component. So now we're going to discuss about Selenium Rc or remote control. Okay, Selenium Rc. This is also very important component because before Selenium WebDriver, Selenium Rc is used. Actually, Selenium Rc is used to automate the web applications. Okay, let me add that point here. Selenium Rc is used to automate the test cases which are used to test web applications. Sorry, it's not changing. So So it is also called as Selenium 1, Selenium version 1. Version 1 simply, and it is comes with a server. So if you want to use the Selenium RC, you need to download the server also, and you need to install that server in your application. Then only we can use the Selenium RC. So Selenium RC mainly depends on server. Selenium RC mainly depends on server. I'll show you by drawing a small diagram. Let us say we have different browsers or different applications. Okay, let us take it as browser. For example, we have Internet Explorer. And I'll do one thing. Yes. Let us say Firefox, Google Chrome, or Safari, like that. Okay, Internet Explorer means IE. And Google Chrome, Opera, or Firefox, anything. Actually, Selenium RC supports 5 browsers. Sorry, Selenium supports 5 browsers. But only that Selenium IDE supports Firefox only. Okay, just Selenium IDE supports Firefox only. That's we need to remember. Firefox. It supports only Firefox. Yeah. Let us say we have a server. We can do like this. Okay. Yeah. See this diagram. For example, you have written a test script or you have automated the test cases by using any one of these languages. So this we have this language. Any one of these languages you can use it to write the test script. And you need to send that test script or commands or code to the server only. We need to install the server. If you are using Selenium RC, which means you are installing server. So the commands are the program which we have written in Java or Ruby or PHP or Python or C#.NET or Perl, that can be sent to the server as a request. Based on that request, based on the purpose you send the request from Java program to server, the server decides which browser has to use and which application has to load into that browser, and what are the test cases that has to perform. What is the task that server has to perform? What test the server has to do? So my question is now, how we can write the test script? Simple. If you want to write the code, you need to do one thing. We have to use the Selenium Rc Api. By using Selenium Rc Api, we can write test scripts, or we can automate test cases. So many of you guys maybe might have a doubt called API. What is API? Have you heard about Java API? Java API is nothing but collection of predefined packages. Those packages contains collection of classes, interfaces, enums, and annotations. Which means by using those predefined classes, interfaces, enums, annotations existed in the packages, we can write the programs. If you want to write simple Java program, welcome to Java, what do you have to do? You have to use the predefined class called system. Dot out is a variable exists in the system. Println is a predefined method. All these are existed. Simply that system class is existed in a package. That package is the part of API. So in Java, I'm using API to write the programs. Got it? I'm telling you in a simple manner, not exploring. I'm not entering into, and I am not diving into the in-depth concept. Okay, I would like to tell you in simple manner. That's why I'm giving that example. So simply, what you have to understand about API? API is nothing but set of predefined libraries, or set of predefined classes, set of predefined packages. Okay, by using those packages or classes, we can write test scripts in Selenium Rc. And those test scripts which are written by using with the support of RC API, Selenium Rc API, can be sent to the server. So if you want to interact with the server, which server? Selenium Rc server, you need to take the support of Selenium Rc API, which means this API behaves like a mediator between your program, Java program, and server. Okay? In your Java program, you have to use the API, then only you can interact with the server. Then only you can give some commands to the server. Then only you can tell the server that, hey server, open the IE browser. Hey server, open the, for example, Google website. Hey server, do this test. Like that, if you want to tell something to the server, if you want to talk with server in a Java program, you have to use the RC API. Okay, so without using API, we cannot interact with server. So for server, between server and this Java program or Ruby program or PHP program or Python program, this API behaves like a mediator to interact with server. That's it. That's why it is called as API. I means here interface, application programming interface. It behaves like an interface between server and Java. Even I'll give you simple example. Many of you may have knowledge about core Java. If you take that example, in the first program itself, you may print that welcome to Java or hello world. You're writing a program, you're writing a Java program, and that program is printing something on the console monitor. Is it correct or not? How you are printing that? Console monitor means, in my point of view, that's a screen. On the screen, it has to display hello world or something else. Welcome to Java. So between my program and that console monitor, we need a mediator. That is called system.out.println. Is that is predefined or not? So there I'm using Java API. In Java, I'm using Java API as a mediator between my Java program and the console monitor. For example, I want to read the data from standard input device in Java or C. There also I'm using some predefined libraries or classes or packages. So that library behaving like an interface between Java program and console monitor, Java program and standard input device. So that's why that library is called as API. Okay, that's it. So like this, the Selenium RC works. You may understand by seeing this diagram. Okay. If you are sorry, next concept is Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver. Okay, let me put that heading here. Sorry. Okay. So Selenium WebDriver's main purpose is just like Selenium RC it behaves actually. So it behaves like Selenium RC. What is the use of Selenium RC? It is used to automate the test cases which are used to test web applications. So Selenium WebDriver's purpose is also to automate the test cases which are used to test the web applications. That's it. Then why Selenium WebDriver came? When you compare to Selenium RC, by using Selenium WebDriver, it is what you can say. It has so many other advantages. Like for example, if you see the Selenium RC, here we are maintaining a separate server. But in the Selenium WebDriver, there is no need to maintain the separate server. Like that, whatever the drawbacks that Selenium RC has, those pitfalls or drawbacks are overcome in the Selenium WebDriver and also added new features, many features that make Selenium WebDriver is more flexible to use, and it is giving more, what you can say, by using Selenium WebDriver, we can include the more features at the time of automation, the test cases to test the web applications. So that's why Selenium WebDriver is introduced. Simply, in simple word, I can say this is the extension of Selenium RC, and it is overcome the drawbacks which are exist in the Selenium RC and also included some new features. And I'm not giving more introduction or more in depth into the Selenium WebDriver because in future, in the next what you call videos, we're going to discuss about Selenium WebDriver clearly in depth. Even we can write the test scripts by using Selenium WebDriver. There we'll come to know how we can use it, what are the advantages it has, especially we'll discuss about them. Okay, so go to the Selenium Grid next. Selenium Grid. Simple. For example, I am using Selenium WebDriver. Let us imagine that. I'll tell you 1 minute. Let me take another image. Selenium Grid. Okay. For example, you have written the code by using Selenium WebDriver. And sorry, let us say we have 3 browsers. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's enough. Even 4. Okay, yeah, we have 4 browsers. One is IE, means Internet Explorer, and also we have Chrome and Safari, Firefox. Okay, and by using Selenium WebDriver, you have automated set of test cases. Let us say you have automated 100 test cases. So let us say, I'll write here, let us say we have automated 100 test cases by using Selenium WebDriver. And I would like to run those test cases. I want to run those test cases in every browser. Okay. Now let us say to run in the IE, Internet Explorer, it will take 2 hours time. Now tell me, you need to execute the same set of test cases even in Chrome also, isn't it? And you need to execute them even in Safari also, and you need to execute them in even Firefox also. For IE, it will take 2 hours, isn't it? For Chrome, it will take 2 hours. For Safari, it will take 2 hours. For Firefox, it will take 2 hours. Now tell me how much time it will take. If you are using the Selenium WebDriver, you need to execute 100 test cases repeatedly for every browser. Okay, which means it will take almost approximately 8 hours time. Yeah, see this point? I've added this new point. If we use Selenium Grid, we can execute those 100 test cases in parallel. Do you understand that point? If we use the Selenium Grid, we can execute those 100 test cases in parallel. Means all these 100 test cases are executed at a time in every browser. That's why it is called as parallel. If you use the Selenium WebDriver, we can't execute them in parallel. We need to execute the 100 test cases for IE first. It will take 2 hours, and after that in Chrome it will take 2 hours. Like that it will take 8 hours. But if you use the Selenium Grid, within 2 hours we can execute them. That's the main advantage of Selenium Grid. That's it. So the last component is Selenium, simply Selendroid, and appium. By using Selendroid, simply we can automate the test cases which are used to test the Android applications, Android web applications. So simply Selendroid is used to automate the web applications which are developed to run in Android OS. So used to automate the web applications which are designed to run in Android OS or mobile simply. What about appium? So by using appium, we can automate the test cases to test Android web applications and also for iOS apps, iOS web apps. So if you want to test the Android or iOS applications, use the appium. If you want to test only the Android applications, use the Selendroid. So these are the components of Selenium. Total we have discussed about Selenium Ide, Selenium Rc, Selenium WebDriver, Selenium Grid, and Selendroid and appium. Selenium Ide, especially it is available for Firefox browsers only. There we can record the test script and execute it. Okay, that's the main advantage of Selenium Ide. Comes to Selenium Rc, it internally maintains a server. Without having server, we can't execute the test cases. You can write the test cases in any language like Java, Perl, Python, C#, like that we can write the test script in any language, but there we need to use the Selenium Rc API. By using that API, I can send the commands to the server executes those test cases on the particular corresponding browser. Comes to Selenium WebDriver, it is also works like a Selenium Rc. Selenium Rc is especially designed to test the web applications, isn't it? Yeah, like that. WebDriver is also used for web applications, web application testing, to automate the test cases which are used to test the web applications. But the advantage here is it overcomes the drawbacks which are exist in the Selenium Rc and also added so many features. That's why it becomes very popular nowadays. Every company is using Selenium WebDriver. Comes to Selenium Grid. Yes, by using Selenium Grid, if you want to execute the same set of test cases among different browsers, so we can execute them in parallel. That is the main advantage of Selenium Grid. It will save a lot of time if you want to execute the same test cases for different browsers. Then comes to Selendroid, which is used to automate the Android applications, and appium, which is used to automate the Android and iOS apps. So, friends, now Selenium Components is completed. Selenium history now completed. I think in the previous video we have discussed about what is Selenium and introduction about Selenium. So by seeing all these two videos, you came to know that what is the Selenium, what are the advantages of Selenium, and what are the components we have in the Selenium, and what is the history of Selenium. So in the next video, we'll see one simple example by using Selenium, what do you call it, Android, so Selenium WebDriver. Okay, thank you guys.